that JT is frustrated by not being able to play right now?
I would say so. I would definitely be frustrated because he's a competitor. He wants to be out there with his teammates. He wants to be playing. He wants to be throwing the ball around. He wants to be doing all of that, but he can't. He can't. So I would definitely be frustrated, and I'm pretty sure he is.
Lewis, how helpful is it in the secondary on passing downs, knowing that you all have been able to get a pass rush up front to affect the quarterback without like having to sell out, as in you guys still have a lot of numbers in the secondary? How has that really helped you all as a pass defense?
It's helped tremendously, of course. The 7 allows us to really, well, it gives us some fresh air in a way because it doesn't give the quarterback the whole day to, look for players to throw it to. And by the time he finds someone, it's already a sack or he's down. So that makes our life easy.
Let's go to Jake Rowe and then Mike Griffith.
Lewis, when you look back at that Auburn game, obviously they had a lot of drop passes, and, you go back and look at the copy and Kirby's kind of talking to you. He's talking to somebody else. What was it that kind of allowed Auburn to maybe have some opportunities that it wasn't able to capitalize on? And what can you guys do in the future to kind of shut that down?
My man, Auburn's a good team too. They're gonna get plays. I mean, they game plan like we game plan, and they're gonna get some here and there too. So it's just Coach Smart tries to change some things up and fix some things up so they don't get that much, or they don't get big explosive, and so they don't get yardage. But Auburn's a real good team too.
Hey Lewis, good to see you out here again. Can you reminisce about last year's game against Kentucky? Chris Rodriguez, I guess, Coach Smart said this is one of the more physical teams that you've gone up against.
I would say so. The whole Kentucky team, of course, is a very strong team. They're strong up front. They have a good run game. Rodriguez is a very strong back. He runs real hard. He refuses to go down. So it's definitely a challenge, but it's a challenge we're looking forward to.
Let's go next to Mark Weiser and Chip Towers.
Lewis, obviously you're used to playing with Christopher Smith as the other safety. What was the adjustment for you and the defense without him? And I also want to ask you about Wan'Dale Robinson of Kentucky. What are your impressions of seeing him on film?
Yeah, it was unfortunate that Chris went down from the game, but we prepare for everything in practice. Everybody gets reps to make sure everyone's locked in case worst case scenarios, a guy gets hurt or injured. And give credits to Dan for coming in when he did and, keying in, making the calls, getting adjustments and all of that. And you said Wan'Dale Robinson?
Yep.
We're watching film on him. The dude's explosive, man. Very fast, very shifty. They move him a lot to get him the ball. He's an important guy to their offense. And he causes a lot of problems to opposing defenses. He's a guy to key on.
Yeah, Lewis, just looking at this weekend, number one, Georgia moves up to number one this week. You got another top 10, top 11 team in Kentucky, another undefeated team. Is this season going is this what you expected, at this point? And how do you feel about, just the fuss, ESPN Game Day, SEC Nation, CBS Sports, that kind of thing?
Honestly, it doesn't really mean anything to us. Well, it doesn't mean anything to me because we haven't accomplished anything yet. I mean, we're treating it like every game is a playoff game, and this weekend's definitely a playoff game. We're going to be playing against Kentucky, who hasn't lost a game. And their offense is very explosive. They're a tough team, and we're going to get a good game. But we're not really looking at all the glamour that's out there in terms of number one, in terms of the people that's gonna come in, you know, with the hype and all of that. We're not really looking forward to that. My fault. We're not really paying too much attention to that.
Thank you. I understood what you're saying. Thank you.
Let's go to Davis Baker and then Palmer Toms.
Lewis, with the way that Kentucky's been able to run the ball this year, are you guys going to have to be, do you guys anticipate being more aggressive on first and second down and trying to shut down their run game?
We're not changing anything in terms of our defense. We know that they're going to run the game. They're going to run the ball, but we also know they're going to pass the ball. We're prepared for both. It's not leaning one way or the other. You know what I mean?
Lewis, what is it about Dan Jackson that makes him so special and makes him a contributor in this defense? What did you see from him this spring that's kind of, you know, showing out on the field to the public now?
Dan gained all of our respects. We always know the type of player Dan was when he first got here. You know, quiet guy, but his confidence built up as he started learning the defense. And Dan is just an explosive player. He's fast, he's physical, he's smart, he makes the checks. And he gained all of our respects. He definitely gained my respects. And when he got in, I wasn't worried because I know he was ready.
Let's go to Tyler Griffith and then Ryan Curley.
Who do you believe some of the vocal leaders are on this defense, and do you consider yourself one of those leaders?
Vocal leaders, definitely Kobe, JD. Oh, there's a whole lot of vocal leaders, but in my opinion, I'm more action oriented than I am vocal. Of course, I'm gonna work. I work on being vocal, you know, speaking up and all that. But I just want to show it more than I'm just gonna say it. I mean, everybody can talk.
Lewis, how's Tyke been getting involved in the defense and everything? What have you seen from him?
Tyke's coming back from his you know, his foot injury, and I'm happy to see that he's going on full speed in practices, and he's getting back to the shape that he was at before he got hurt. And you know, he's playing fast and playing physical. I'm really excited to see what Tyke's gonna do for our defense and, you know, what he's bringing in.